Hey, what is going on, guys? So today we're taking a look at another premium Bandai kit, but from the look of the front of this box, you might not know it at first glance, because if you guys have seen any premium Bandai kits in the past, most of the time they're just in kind of plain monochrome coloring on the front. This one is in full color and just got looks like a totally normal box at first glance. It doesn't look like it's a premium Bandai kit, and that is just because it is a Ver.Ka kit. So all the master grade Ver.Ka kits, even if they're premium Bandai, get the full box art, so they're beautiful. Just like this, we have beautiful box art here. So this, of course, is the Crossbone Gundam XO Ver.Ka premium Bandai kit. And as always, guys, a huge thank you to ZA Gundam Store for their support making this review possible. Do check out the link to their site down below. You can check out this kit and everything else there on their store. You can save 10% off everything using my coupon code ZakuAurelius10. The link and the coupon code are both down in the video description below, so check that out and show them some love. Now let's show this kit some love, and I really need to show some more master grade Crossbone kits some love, because I also have in my backlog over there, I have the X2, the X2 Kai, and the X3 all unbuilt and unreviewed yet that I need to get to building and reviewing for you guys at some point in the future as well. But this is the new one that just came out, so let's take a look at this one first, and we'll get to those other ones eventually later, I promise. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but when I see this beautiful Ver.Ka box art, it is just really hard to resist, even if it was a design that I wasn't really too personally into. You gotta love how nice the box art is on these kits. So here we just have the Crossbone XO there. It's like silver, so you can see it's got this. Let me show you guys up close. You guys need to see this. The Gundam itself is silver, so you can see the box art here is just reflecting that. It's just got this really cool look. The texture on that, the painting on this is amazing. So Kotoki did a really amazing job here with this artwork as always. You can see it's got all the markings on there as well. He's got these cool shotguns. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm actually not really particularly a big fan of shotgun weapons with my mechas, but also it's pretty cool that these shotguns can also change their form into a much more cool weapon, in my personal opinion. But if you like shotguns, it's got some cool shotguns there as well. We'll get more into that. So let's just check around the rest of the box here. So on the top and bottom, we just kind of got the same thing there, close up of the face. Again, it looks awesome. Love the artwork for these. On the other side here, we got a close-up look at the face of the kit, the opened up crossbone face, the opened up cockpit. It does have the cloak in there too. It looks like the sword, which is a new version of that sword, and then a new version of the Peacock Smasher as well. So that was one reason why, if this was just like the same version of those two weapons, I'm not sure I really would have sprung to get this kit. But the fact that it's new versions of those weapons as well, and then of course the new shotgun weapons, it's got a bunch of new weapons with this, so that was why I decided I thought this would be cool to check out. Now there has also been previously released an HGUC version of this, which was also p-bandai, of course. I didn't check that kit out, but of course the master grade is just nicer. While the master grade Crossbone kits, people do have their complaints about it. It can be kind of finicky at times, but I like it. I've built it in the past, and so I'm looking forward to checking this one out as well. And so as usual with the new releases, no list price listed on here, but the list price for this was 4,500 yen. Let's check around here to the other side of the box as well. You got some cool information there about the weapons, everything that it has. So of course the Crossbone Gundam has a whole bunch of different weapons and gimmicks built into it. There you can see the core fighter, and over here just a nice big front and back look at the kit itself. So no like action poses or anything here on the outside of the box, and even some of the weapons, like I mentioned with the gimmick with the shotguns, is even omitted, it looks like, from the outside of the box. But again, a lot of gimmicks with this kit, so it's kind of hard to show everything on the outside of the box. Let's just dig into the kit here, and we'll see some more in the manual, I imagine. So first off, right off the bat, a couple cool things to note. One thing is that it's got this nice big sheet of waterslide decals, which looks like it's for the most part just kind of caution markings. There's not a lot of like specific crossbone markings or like logos or anything on there, so that's kind of interesting. And the other thing is that this is in molded silver. So I saw this on display at Shizuoka, and it doesn't look that bad, although some people don't really like that molded silver. You know, you can always paint it, but it is what it is. That is how it comes in the box anyway. We've got a whole bunch of effect parts, some stickers there as well. And let's just make our way down here to the bottom, where we've got a couple things here. First off is the cloak. Now, I don't think I've seen the master grade version of this cloak before. I know it has been included with different versions, but I hope it's better than what we got with the high grade one I built. I think it was the X1 Kai HG kit. That cloak was pretty terrible, so hopefully this is a little better. I don't know, it looks kind of okay. But any version of the cloak, I think the RG had the best version of the cloak that I've seen so far, just the solid plastic version. This cloth version I don't know, we'll have to see how that turns out. But here is the manual. Again, in typical Ver.Ka style, we've got a nice, big, beautiful shot there of the painted model here on the front. Just again, the title up there at the top. Down here at the bottom, you see 0153 Angel's Call Struggle. Don't really know too much about the backstory of this Gundam, to be honest. I'm not familiar with the storyline of Crossbone, so can't really talk too much about that. But here on the back, just again, some beautiful design work here for that. Let's go in here to the front page, and first off is just going to be our parts list. So you can see there's going to be a handful of X's here and there, leftover parts you'll have from a few of the different runners. That is to be expected with a premium Bandai kit. That is basically a recycle of a different kit, a variant of a kit. You usually have a bunch of leftover parts, so that's not too strange, but we'll just go through the construction here for a couple pages, and then let's find our way to the center page where we've got a whole bunch of pretty stuff to look at. So you got a look at what the kit is going to look like, and yeah, that cloth has definitely been given some treatment from what we've got just in the box. So it seems like they're kind of like intentionally frayed the ends of the cloth, that one, to give it a little bit more stylized look than the one we've got in here. It just looks like brand new. So there is about the ABC cloak, and you've got a whole bunch of information here. And fortunately, it's all in Japanese and English, so there you have that about the ABC cloak. Over here, just a little bit about the Crossbone Gundam itself. Down here about the Butterfly Buster, that would be the shotgun. So there it is in gun mode, and there it is in saber mode, so you can fold it in half and it becomes this big saber instead of a shotgun. So that's what I really like about this. I much prefer the saber form than the gun mode, but you know, it's up to you what you want to do with that. Here's a little bit about the face opening gimmick. Down here about the skull has been sculpted into the chest there, and about the opening cockpit. Here's the new sword weapon here, the Kujaku. There it is, some information about that. So actually it's not a new version of the sword and Peacock Smasher, it's the same weapon. I forgot that, sorry guys. It's the same weapon, it has two different modes. So it has the Buster mode there, and then that can transform into the Smasher mode. So it's kind of like two weapons in one, where the original Crossbone had those separate weapons, this one has them both together, which is pretty cool. And so there's a nice big action pose with it showing that, and then about the core fighter there. Color guide here at the bottom, so there's those color mixtures in Japanese and English as well. And over here, complete diagram for painting and applying decals. It just shows you where all the different colors are and where all the different decals go around here on the kit, so you have a bunch of different looks at that. And then it's just on with the construction, and then once that is done, it's just kind of showing you about the weapons and the effect parts, the gimmicks for that, how to use the different weapons and everything, and then about the ABC cloak. And here it gives you a little tip about that. So here, let's see, it says apply cuts with scissors to the section surrounded by lines in the image, and by using images of the completed product as reference for realistic results. So it's basically telling you around the outside edge of that, just take some scissors and cut some notches in that to give it a more frayed look at the end. So there you go. Cool that they give you a little tip about that. So it's just showing then how to put on the cloak there like that, and then how that's going to look. And then finally, the Buster gun is also included in here, so you do have that weapon as well. So you could also have the Zam Buster that you can make with that. So that's pretty nice. You got some extra other weapons there to use as well. Let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so first up here is that foil sticker sheet for the kit, and as you can see, there's a good amount of little color correcting stickers on there, which is not the kind of thing you typically want to see with a master grade, especially one that you're paying a premium price for. But you have to remember that the Crossbone does have a lot of little tiny colors on it, so it's not too surprising. And the master grade, you know, the base kit that this is getting pretty old now, so it's kind of understanding, but still it's a good amount of stickers on there for this, unfortunately. Then on the flip side, this beautiful sheet of waterside decals I think makes up for that. You've got, again, just a bunch of markings on there, basically generic caution markings. Looks like up here in the corner we've got one like specific, that very first one is one specific like Crossbone XO marking for that, but the rest of them are just all just generic markings. They're mostly in white and then a couple in red, and that's it. And you got this one little wire in here, which I believe is just for the scissor anchor on the front skirt, and it's pretty short. But alright, so here is the A runner in 4 colors. We've got yellow over there on the side, some clear pink down here obviously for some of the beam effect parts, and then some plain clear up at the top there for I think like the eyes and the cockpit hatch. And then the rest is in that molded silver. So this is all from the original Crossbone kit, which was released all the way back in 2006. So yeah, again, the base kit is going to be pretty dated at this point, but I think still holds up pretty well, and it still looks great, so that's the most important thing. Anyway, here's a look at that molded silver so you can see how those parts look. I think it doesn't look too bad. We'll see how the nub marks are on that. I think anytime you have injection parts, the nub marks don't really look good, especially if it's metallic injected parts like this. So we'll have to see how apparent they are. And then here's the B runner with some more silver armor parts. And the C runner is going to be some of our red parts for this kit. And the red parts are also in metallic injected red, so they're really cool looking red color as well for this. Runner D, a big full runner here of some more silver armor parts. And then runner E, the remainder of those, as well as some weapons parts in there as well. Alright, then runner F is getting into some of the frame parts, and the really interesting color for this as well. It's like a really dark grayish, slightly purplish color for this, and it almost looks a tiny bit metallic injected as well. Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, the color on this is very unique and really cool looking, I gotta say. For the inner frame, it's gonna be a really nice looking inner frame. Anyway, also we've got two of this F runner. Runner G, then some more frame parts as well as some hand parts, as you can see there. Runner H, once again some more frame parts, this runner being in ABS plastic. And then runner I, some more frame parts and some weapons parts on there as well. And I'm suddenly reminded that the chains for the scissor anchors for the front skirts are actually just molded parts, like they were sort of similar to the real grade. So that would be my mistake, as that wire is actually for the cape there, the ABC cloak. You'll take the wire and you'll roll this there, so that the wire will make it so like the part that goes around the neck, you'll be able to have like a solid form in that. The wire will help you kind of shape the cloak around the head. So that's what the wire is for, actually. Sorry about that, guys. And runner J is just a couple more little parts there from the original kit. And then runner P is some more of the clear pink effect parts again from the original kit in 2006. But then we're finally getting into some of the new parts for this kit. Runner S1 is a brand new runner specifically for the XO here. We've got some parts in kind of off-white color. And then runner S2 is going to be some more parts in that really cool metallic red color, some parts for the chest, and I think that's for the arms and for the V-fin. Runner T1 is a few new parts here in that yellow color for the weapons. Runner T2, some more big giant clear pink effect parts here for the new weapons as well. And then runner U, some more new parts there in that dark gray color, and we've got two of this U runner. So that's it for the unboxing, guys. Looks like it's going to be another really cool Crossbone kit. Can't wait to check it out. And yeah, like I said, I need to get around to reviewing the rest of the other Master Grade Crossbone kits that I have. Although they're all pretty similar, of course, they're just kind of slight variations. I do want to get those built up and reviewed for you guys, so promise that'll be something that I'll work on later on in the future. If you have a specific version that you'd like to see reviewed first before others, let me know. Again, I have the X2, the X2 Kai, and the X3, so let me know in the comments if you want to see a particular one sooner than later. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the review coming up next. Bye-bye.